קהל קדוש, בוקר אור, משנה יומי מסכת עדויות, פרק ד', משנה י"ב, ופרק ה', משנה א'. Okay? So he comes and he says like this. This is page 104. Yeah? 104. Mishnah yudbet comes and it says, right, like this. Adam natun tachat asedek. If a person is lying under a crack in the roof. So Bet Shammai Omrim, Bet Shammai come and they say, Eno mevi et tumah. He does not spread the tumah. Because since he's lying on the ground and there's without a tefach of space between his body and the ground, he cannot act as an ohel that bridges the gap between the two sections of the roof. So therefore, if there's a corpse in beneath another section of the roof, it does not transmit to the tum'ah, to the people or utensils beneath the other section. Okay, because there's a crack in the roof. So Bet Hillel say, Adam chalul, a person is halal. Therefore, there is a tefach between the front and the back of his body. So therefore, the upper side of his body is going to spread the tumah. So since the upper side of the body is a tefach above the ground, it can indeed act as an ohel, and it links the two sections of the roof and allow the tumah to be transmitted from one to another. Meaning, he's underneath the roof, right? And the roof, there's a crack. Now, there's a dead body on one side. Can that be mitameh, something that's on the other side? But since there's a crack, what's mechaber otam? What connects him? So he says, since a human being, according to Bet Hillel, since a human being is chalul, meaning that you do have a tefach in between, so he acts as the connector, the binder. And once it's connected, the entire house becomes an ohel, and then everything is going to become tameh. According to Bet Shammai, you do not say that. Okay, Mishnah Aleph and Perek, the first Mishnah, Rabbi Yehuda comes and he says, Shishat vanim mikule Bet Shammai mechumeh Bet Hillel. You know there's 6 matters which are among the machlokot that are lenient rulings of Bet Shammai and strict rulings of Bet Hillel. Number 1, dam nevelot, the blood of nevelot. Bet Shammai come and they say that it's completely tahor, right? Just like the other parts of the nevelah, they're not meat. Bet Hillel says, what are you talking about? It's tameh, it's midrabanan, but a dam of a nevelah, right, which is basically an animal that was died without doing shechita to it, dam nevelah is going to be mitameh with a revi'it. It always has to have a certain measurement. So revi'it is 86 cc, 86 milliliters, right? Milliliters. So he says, beitzat nevelah, an egg that was found inside of a nevelah of a kosher bird. If there are eggs like that sold in the shuk, muteret, it's going to be permitted. That means even though it was taken from inside of a dead bird, it's going to be permitted. Ve'im lav, and if not, asura, it's going to be prohibited. All right, midrabanan. These are the words of Bet Shammai. Bet Hillel come and say, no, it's going to be asur. Anything that was taken, even one whose shell was completely hardened, it's still going to be asur. But according to them, they say that any egg taken from inside of the bird might be confused with an undeveloped egg that is still connected to the mother. Meaning, once the egg is formed, zelo kashur anymore to the bird. But Bet Hillel says, I'm still going to suspect that is it completely formed, not formed. So any egg which is found inside of this nevelah, gamarnu, emalasot. Okay, umodim. Now, Bet Shammai are going to agree. Bebetzat trefa, to do with the betzat trefa, sheyasura, that it's going to be asura. Why? Because it developed in a bird that was forbidden, right? Which means that over here, even if the shell is hardened, Bet Shammai do agree with Bet Hillel. Third case, dam nochrit, the blood of a non-Jewish woman. The dam ta'ara, right, of a mitzorat, or tahor blood of a mitzorat who just gave birth. Right, this is dam toar. Dam toar is after a woman gives birth, after the 7 days of a boy or 14 days of a girl, there's the dam toar. Dam toar is pure blood. So that's the dam toar of mitzorat. Bet Shammai metarim, Bet Shammai comes and he says it's going to be tahor. And Bet Hillel comes and says it's going to be, right, kiruka it's going to be like the rok and the mimeraglaim. Rok is the saliva, and meraglaim, that means just like the saliva and meraglaim is going to be mitameh when it's moist, so too her blood is going to be tameh only when it's moist, but not once it's going to be dry. Okay? Ochlin perot shevit, we may eat shemitah produce from someone else, betova velo shelo betova, either with an expression of thanks or without an expression of thanks. Whether we say thank you or not, like Bet Shammai. Bet Hillel says, en ochlim elo betova, person may not eat the produce with an expression of thanks, because then that would appear that he's actually selling it. And it's not true, it's supposed to be for free. Meaning mitzvah Torah, shemitah, everything's free. So you can't start coming and say, tell me thank you. Oh, I don't know you anything. It doesn't belong to you. It's just shemitah. Okay? Hechemet, a leather jug that was punctured. Okay? And then they tied it close the hole. Bet Shammai says, sirura omedet. It becomes tameh again. Right? He says, Bet Hillel omnim, afa pi she'ena tzirura. Even if it does not become, it could become tameh even though it's not tied without the knot. It's still going to become tameh. So again, these are just 6 different chumrot of Bet Hillel more than Bet Shammai.